Waqas and Asma, thank you so much for coming on the Hero Show. It's an absolute delight to have you here, and thanks for clearing a little bit of your busy schedule with your wonderful family to have a chat.
Yep, no problems.
Thank you.
So, Waqas and Asma, you guys are unique in the sense that both of you guys approached us as a father-mother team to be able to take action with your health. And there are so many things that I want to break down in this unique scenario. But firstly, I'd love to be able to just kind of ask you both individually, what inspired you guys to come and make a call to Hero and see how we can kind of do something in the way of action with your health and wellness?
Yep. Should I start?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So basically, as you know, when we had our first call, you and I, the first thing that I discussed with you was the lack of consistency. I've been doing, trying a lot of things in the past 2 years, especially, when we got into COVID and we didn't have access to gyms and all of that. So, and I've been working from home since then. So, without the gyms being open, without doing anything, any sports being available to us, it was very hard for me to get into a habit of working out, even at home, doing anything that involved any sort of activities, right? So I felt that, I'm losing my energies. I wasn't able to concentrate on work and, even give time to my family in an effective way. So what I've been, then I did some, I was doing some online searching in terms of, getting some sort of help. And then on Facebook, somehow I got a link, as a suggestion about Hero Dads. And I said, let's give it a try. And then I sent you a message, and everything that followed after that is, it's wonderful.
That's great, and we will unpack exactly the journey that you've been on. But I'm really pleased to hear that you picked up that phone and you made that appointment. Asma, take us through your journey and your motivations to be able to do this as well.
So ever since I gave birth to my second daughter, it was really hard for me to get back to what I was before. Like, women tend to have more body dysmorphia, and I'm one of them. So, so I used to feel that, it's I never really felt better because, after giving birth, you have your life is again changed, and your body's changed, and everything along with it is changing. So I was trying, now my daughter, she's 19 months. So I kept trying for a year and a half, doing different things, mostly with diet and exercise, but I wasn't really able to achieve what I was looking for. So, it was demotivating and very depressing for me to, not getting the results that I was looking for. So obviously my husband knew everything about it. So when he told me that, there is a program and they're giving us like a structure of 12 weeks where, we'll be monitored and, everything we do in terms of food, exercise and all. So we will talk to them and, it's kind of one-on-one. So it was really interesting, interesting for me because before we never did that. So it was kind of a new experience. And I said, okay, let's try that because I was really tired with everything I was doing previously. So I say yes to them, yes to what we decided to do like 4 months ago. And I think I'm very happy with the results and everything. How far we have come with the program and the achievements we have so far.
That's incredible, and I just want to touch on a couple of things that you raised there. One is the momentum that is so powerful when it comes to moving in a positive direction and also a negative direction. You mentioned that you've tried a few things and it became disheartening, and that momentum can be quite a cycle to put yourself into. And if that's not interrupted, you can continue that cycle until you wake up 6, 12, 18 months later, and you're even further behind the 8 ball. And it's really empowering and remarkable that you guys were able to identify where you were at and being able to put your hands up and say, I actually need to do something to change. So that's awesome. And I think it's a wonderful credit to both of you to be able to do that. And I wanted to just touch on your experience within the Hero program and just really drill into what your experience was like, and what kind of results you were able to achieve as well.
Yep.
So I think the first thing that clicked was when you're accountable for something that you are supposed to do, and you have to get up every morning and do your routine, like working out with the food and follow your steps and all. So I think that's one point, because I was obviously accountable every single day. I had to tell you guys that, I'm doing what am I supposed to do? And other thing was discipline, I think. For 12 weeks, I think that's what I was lacking in my 2 years of struggle post birth, because I never really worked out or followed my routine for more than 4 weeks or 3 weeks to the stretch. So following the routine and having a discipline and accountability, I think this helped me lose. I initially set a goal of more than what I was hoping, that more than, like, I thought maybe I can, if I will be able to lose like 8 to 10 kilos initially, I would be a happy version of myself. But I think with the program, when we started, it was gradual. So initially I felt like it's demotivating again, because I'm not really losing what I hoped I would be. But then with our regular phone calls and all the mentoring and all, it took me move on with my process, and after like 12 weeks I was able to lose like 7 to 8 kilos, and which is like a big achievement for me, because I think women have slow metabolism compared to men. Talking about myself. And obviously, when my husband was doing the same things with me, and he was getting back to his weight and getting the body he had before. So I think it was motivating for me as well, to work hard on my part as well. And I think that's one of the positive factors. Sorry.
No, that's okay, Asma. This is part of the reality of why we are Hero, right?
Yeah.
We have families, and we identify time where we didn't know it existed. We all have kids and little boys and girls running around. Yeah, that's remarkable, Asma. It's amazing that you were able to. It's amazing that you're able to take those steps. And one thing I just wanted to note was the momentum shift that you had, and understanding that momentum is not a linear, it doesn't work in a linear fashion progress. As you said, there was a moment there where you became disheartened, and willpower is something that does run out if you rely on it alone. You need to have the appropriate habits and systems in place to be able to lean on, and also the right support network that hopefully we were able to provide for you to be able to instill those habits in place and those systems in place. And that's exactly where you found yourself. And, you know, you said it, like we had that really, really direct, open conversation, which was beautiful, at around that 4-week mark, I think. And that was the point where I feel like you in the past could have dropped the ball or gone in a different direction. But what happened is you refocused, you empowered yourself to be able to say, hang on, I've got this. The systems are in place. All I need to do is take it one moment at a time, one day at a time. And at the end of that program, look how far you've come. It's incredible.
It does.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of the process and this program.
Really beautiful. Waqas, let's talk about you, mate.
Yep. So before I get to the results that I've achieved, I want to touch on a few things. So after that first call that I had, or you know, when I made that first call, and you know, the few conversations that we had in the beginning, if you remember, I was very insistent on including Asma to the program, because I knew that if one of us is just doing, that sort of a program and the other person stays demotivated, because I know how Asma was feeling after, you know, in the last 1 year, after she gave, we had our second child. And I knew that he was trying a few different things, but she wasn't getting the results as she said, right? So there had to be something different, you know, there had to be an approach that is different from what we were doing before. And, you know, I wanted to get into it together with her, so that, you know, we are doing all of this together, because with the kids and everything, I knew that if I would do it alone, I would never be able to achieve those results that we have achieved at the end of the day. So doing it in a team versus, you know, as an individual and that decision has really helped us. And also, as you mentioned, you know, when we were doing this, we were motivating each other, right, in the process, right? So when I used to see that she's getting some results, so there was some sort of a rivalry as well, you know, when we were doing that. So she would, even today, like just this morning or every morning when we wake up, the first thing that we do is we jump on a scale and we check our weights, and then she tells that to me, and we share that with each other. And then, you know, that sort of has continued even after the program, right? And that's one thing. That's sort of a premise before I get to the results. So there were two sorts of results, right? One is a tangible result, which is basically in terms of, you know, the weight loss and all of that. And then there is an intangible result, which comes in the form of, you know, getting that consistency, getting that you know, habit of doing all the good things, achieving that discipline. And also because all of the things that I was suffering before I got into the program, and I discussed those with you, like for example, you know, with the extensive sitting, working at home, I had developed these back pains, right? So with the program and the way you have designed the program, especially, you know, for me, after hitting all my woes, I guess, you know, introducing all those core exercises and which was specifically to my needs, and, you know, taking some of them out because, you know, I wasn't able to execute them initially, has really helped me with my back issues, and you know, helped me develop those habits, which I can sort of take that out of the program and, you know, adapt them for the rest of my life. So I think
Can I ask you a question? I just wanted to draw on a conversation that we had midway through the program, where you were speaking to your medical provider, and I know before the program started, he was doing tests with you about the mobility around your back and your spine, and then can you take us through that conversation that you had with is it your physio or your chiro? I forget.
Physio. So yeah. I've been taking physio sessions for the past 1 year to sort of, you know, get some help with my back issues, lower back issues. So it's basically a sciatic nerve which got pinched, you know, because of the extensive sitting and, you know, bad posture. And somehow that wasn't working. And, you know, even after doing all of those exercises that they were recommending, I wasn't able to get the result or the relief that I was expecting. You know, I was I couldn't sleep much, even when I was, during the day. If I would, just get off the couch, or just go into an odd position when I'm playing with the kids. When I was playing with the kids, I used to felt that pinch and pain, and it wasn't helping me. But it was right now, as I'm sitting here right in front of you, I think I'm almost 70% better than what I was before this program. And that's all, thanks to you. As I said, the way you've designed that program for me, with all those core exercises, strengthening my back and core. I'm now able to say that, even I've recently started a gym, once the lockdown has restrictions have been lifted, and I am now able to do all the exercises, or most of the movements that I wasn't used to do before. I had issues with the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
And the exercise that we used to do, eyes, Y's, and T's, and all the other mobility exercises with the shoulder. I'm now able to do a lot of other movements which I wasn't able to do before. So it's a win for me in a lot of different areas. Like maybe I wouldn't be able to express all of them, or contemplate all of them in a few words, but it's beyond words, I guess, for me.
It's like, the words that you have expressed about things that allow you to move freer and give you a greater sense of well-being, not just, like you said, in the weight that you've lost, but in your day-to-day ability to play with your children and to function in a greater capacity at work. They're the real whys that you tapped into, and they're the real whys, because weight loss is a wonderful thing when required, but it's like it's not generally the deeply ingrained why. Being able to play with your kids freely and being able to have limitless activity at work and being able to focus and be more productive. These are really, really beautiful things that you can kind of bring to your household and being able to do it. But speaking of the weight loss that you were able to experience, take us through that journey as well.
Sure. So before I started the program, and one of the triggers for starting the program was one fine day, I just went to the gym, and after like 6 months of doing nothing, I just went to the gym, did my exercise, and I felt very, very lethargic, and I felt very sort of tired, even after doing the first round of a few sets. And after that, I was like, maybe I'll just go to a treadmill or do some sort of cardio. And before that, I just jumped onto the scale, and I found that I am weighing 76 kgs, which is my highest ever weight. And that sort of made me worried, and sort of triggered me to do something which I wasn't doing before, or do something which is not normal for me, right? I've been trying different diets previously, like keto diet and whatnot, and all of them were giving results, but those results were too short-lived. They you just adapt them for 2 weeks, and because they weren't sustainable, right? So I used to gain results for a couple of weeks, and then I was back to wherever I was. So with this program and the way you guys have designed our food habits, or just helped us or guided us to adapt to things which are more healthier. We don't have to massively change our eating habits. Like, we're eating rice, we're eating everything that we used to do before, but in a more healthier way, right? Like, instead of eating white rice, we were eating brown rice. Everything was so we didn't have to massively change our routines. And this is something that we needed, because it's sustainable, right? We don't want to be in a place where we're cooking something else for ourselves and something else for the kids, right? That's not sustainable. So with adapting to the eating habits and the exercise and the workouts that we were doing, I was able to lose at least 10 kgs in a matter of 12 weeks.
Just unbelievable. And you guys should both be so incredibly proud of what you guys have been able to achieve individually, but also together as a team. that is something that I just really want to shine a light on. The fact that you guys were able to work together with a little bit of healthy camaraderie, but also a little bit of healthy competition, never hurt anyone either. It's so the beauty of you guys being able to be under the same roof and almost declare to each other to say, I'm gonna, not only do I have a personal accountability coach or a team of accountability coaches that are professionals, but we are going to hold each other and support each other to be accountable under the same roof and bring the entire family into the process, like you said. And you guys created not just a plan for this 12-week period, it's like a plan that you guys can now activate for the rest of your lives, you know?
That's right, 100%. And we are doing that. I mean, and also, you know, to get that appreciation from our friends and families and, you know, wherever we go, people are really, you know, I mean, the results can be seen, right?
Yeah.
And as you said, we feel proud. Yes, we feel proud every day. I went to the gym the other day and I told one of the personal training trainers there that, you know, I went through this journey, and he said, I can't imagine you being, you know, overweight or so. Yeah. And, you know, with all the exercises that I did in my first sprint training session, some of them were like, you know, complex squat exercises. And because of, you know, of the repetitive or the sort of the variety of exercises that you have provided us in your program, the trainer was saying that I cannot imagine someone doing this sort of exercise like perfectly for the first time. I said, I'm not doing it for the first time. I've been doing this for the last
3 months.
3 months, right? So it's really helping me out in everything I'm doing.
That's amazing. And guys, I just want to thank you guys for trusting us with your family, because that's essentially what took place. And you guys allowed us in a way into your household to be able to guide you guys with your food, with your nutrition, your exercise, but also your daily lifestyle habits to be able to move this family in the right direction. So are there any words that you would like that you would consider for people who are considering the Hero program, that they just don't know exactly what it's like or about, or whether they should take action, etc., etc.?
Yes. Before I get to that, there's one more thing that I want to touch on is before the program, I never thought I would be running, right? I used to do like brisk walks and but that too was very
sprints as well.
Yeah. But I was never a runner, right?
Yeah.
I always ran for a purpose, you know, when playing sports, and it's been a while since I played sports, not after the kids. But as you know, I got onto this journey of you know, starting my running career, right?
Love it.
In a matter of 2 months, I have been able to achieve what I thought I would never been able to. Like, you know, the first day when I ran, I remember I couldn't run for even a kilometer. And then by the time I could complete this program, I was running 10Ks, right? And I got myself enrolled into the Melbourne Marathon as well. So I'll be running 10Ks this year, and hopefully half marathon next year. So
I love that. And, you know, we've broken it down, right? Like we've talked about how, you know, you went from 1 kilometer and now you're at 10 kilometers. There is no reason why you can't break things down into digestible, daily actionable tasks.
Exactly.
So you can make that half marathon, because it's just a matter of math, right? You need to give yourself the appropriate amount of rest and recovery. But if you have enough time, it's about building those slow, beautiful blocks, one on top of the other, until you're there.
Yeah. And now the message to the future hero families, I guess, I guess one should believe in oneself. Our body is amazing. It's built amazingly, and there's no limitation. There is no limit. There is no age limit. There is no limit to, you know, if you haven't been active for a long time, doesn't matter. One should believe in oneself. And then also, you know, getting into a program like this, which isn't there just like a run-of-the-mill program, which would, have a standard set of, food routines or workout routines. You guys basically help people in achieving stuff that, that as I said, for me, running was unimaginable. I never thought of myself as a runner, but the way you guys have guided me, at the end of this program, I not only feel that, I've achieved those tangible results, I feel that I can sort of achieve anything, no matter what age I am, what my activity level is. I can sort of, sky's the limit.
Oh, that's amazing, mate. That's so great. Oh.
And another thing is that, you initially, when we were just talking at the start of the program, you asked me that, what I want to do and how I want to spend those 12 weeks with you guys. And you helped me, manage or set my routine that, these are the things that I want to do for next 12 weeks. That I think you were giving me the liberty to, make my options set for myself, for my body. And that's the thing. I think every time you go to gym or you're following an app or any exercise routine or diet, they tell you that, this is what you're going to do. But the beauty of this program is that, you asked us that what we want to do, and that's how it was sustainable. It was more interesting, and I think that's the best thing any program can offer, that, what we want to do, how we want to spend those weeks with you guys. And then, in these over the period of like 12 weeks, you kept asking us that how are you doing? How are things going? Are you feeling okay? If I'm not working out for like another set of like 2 days, then you would ask me that, how was your workout routine? How did you find certain exercises? And I would tell you that, this is how for me. So I am doing, but I'm trying to modify it. So you were giving me the liberty to decide what I want to do. And I think that's the best thing anyone can hope for, if they want a healthy version of themselves. It's not like, someone is dictating you, it's you
who's deciding.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend this program to anyone. This could, by far, I mean, for me, this is the best investment that I've made for myself in the last couple of years. And I feel that I'm on my top game, right, in terms of my my health, in terms of the activity that I'm doing or I'm able to do. I've never been, even in my early 20s, I wasn't able to do all of this, which I'm doing now in my mid 30s, right? So it's just amazing. I highly recommend it to everyone.
Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you. And it's a really great point that you raise, Asma, about you having the liberty and the autonomy to be able to create your own path, because ultimately this was your journey, and you're not going to have effectiveness if you are running somebody else's journey. Some person, creating a program for themselves, and you just happen to be available or there to go along with it. You need to be able to find your why. You need to be able to be guided to be able to create what is going to suit you and your family, and that's what we try to really focus on when it comes to crafting the hero experience. And I'm happy that you were able to observe that and find your why, both of you, because look where you are now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you guys have got some beautiful little kids running around, so I'll leave it there, but this has been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you for the program. And I hope to continue working with you in future as well.
2022, we'll be back.
Yeah, 100%. Looking forward to that.
Thanks, Asma. Thank you, Waqas.
Cheers, Paul.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.